fuck was that?
Welcome to What the Fuck Did I Dream Last Night? I'm your host, Jaynee. Y'all, it is spooky season, and let me just tell you what just happened here. I just recorded this whole episode, and this is the first time this has happened. It definitely was recording because I had like my little timer going, but it just when I stopped the recording, it was just gone. And this is a spooky season episode for y'all. So what happened? Did I channel some like spirit things in here? Is this why it's canceled? I was wearing also this video is gonna be on Patreon for you guys. If you are a Patreon and want to watch it while you listen, you go find it there. I was wearing this little witch hat, but I took that off because it was bugging me. I wore that for the first videos, but I do have some Halloween spooky jack-o'-lantern leggings on. I am drinking a caramel apple butterbeer for this recording. And yeah, it's Halloween week. So I think that calls for a creepy topic this week. We're going to be talking about the Shadow Man. He's also known as the Hat Man, or some might just refer to as Shadow People. I should have this down now since I just recorded it all. I shouldn't even need my notes. I should just tell you everything here. So cheers. Go grab yourself a fall beverage and let's get spooky. All right. So, the Shadow Hat Man that I am referring to, he's tall. He's about 6 foot. A lot of people say you see him wearing a hat in a trench coat. If you do a quick Google search right now and search Shadow Man or Hat Man, it should be like the first thing that pops up. Here, I will Google it real quick. So if you're on Patreon, I will, you can see it. If you're not on Patreon, take this time to go ahead and Google it. I will also post these on our Instagram for you. Yeah. So there is the lovely Hat Man. So you see, like, most of the time people like can't make out any face. Sometimes he has like red eyes. Other times like you see no facial like you don't see the nose, mouth, or eyes or anything on him. So he's all black. That's where like the shadow part comes from. He just looks like a shadow you'd see like against the wall. Some do say that he is passed around from word of mouth. So if you hear about him, he'll visit you. Maybe a little trigger warning. Maybe I'm a little late for that, but he's visited me and I'm good, guys. So you'll be fine. Many people have said that they have seen this man in his dreams, or not in his dreams, in your dreams, in their dreams, or just in their room at night. Some say that he's also like the demon that shows up in their sleep paralysis. Sorry, I had to fix my headphones there real quick, guys. Now, for the most part, this Shadow Man is normally just watching you from the doorway of your bedroom or like the doorway of your closet, or maybe he's just hanging up against the wall or like hanging out in the corner. Like normally not like approaching you or anything like that. That's like the majority of the encounters that people have, that he's just merely lurking at you from a very close distance. And he's not like hiding that he's there either. Like he's just like, yeah, I'm here. Like you can just tell, like he's not like trying to hide the fact that he is there visiting you. You might feel paralyzed, like the sleep paralysis, while he's visiting you. Now there are like the stories that of the Hat Man hovering over people while they're sleeping during like their sleep paralysis. And then like, oh, have you guys seen the series Haunting of Hill House on Netflix? If you didn't, skip these next like little 5 seconds. I'm gonna like, I don't know if it's really a spoiler or not. It's not that big of a spoiler, but there is like that Hat Man that like floats around the house. He has like no feet, but he has a trench coat on, the hat, dark figure. It was the most freaky part in that series for me, probably because I've had like an experience of the Hat Man. And that was actually, I've had that before I saw that series and stuff too. So, like, I don't think that I saw like any of the movies or anything about him before I experienced this. I did watch a lot of scary movies growing up, but I don't know. But so sleep paralysis is like happens most likely during the time between when you're asleep, but like you're yet awake. It's leaving you in that paralyzed feeling because your muscles are already like relaxed, ready for sleep. You know how that, so they're not like acting out your dreams. You're not doing crazy things while you're sleeping. It most likely will occur right before REM sleep or when you're coming out of REM sleep as well. So, if you are not new here, you've definitely heard me mention this from time to time. If you are new, don't worry, we're gonna do a little recap of my sleep paralysis. Don't think I ever gave like this much detail of it in any of the other episodes too, so it's not like too repetitive for you guys. So I was in my childhood home one night and I was sleeping on the couch in the living room. Behind the couch was this like glass window, like the whole wall was just made of like windows. And then there's also a spiral staircase to the basement, so it's kind of like creepy vibes I feel like it can give you. So, and then like where I was sleeping, like by my head, there was also a fireplace. And then there was two entryways into my living room. My living room was like a very large, like area of the house. It like took up like the whole house per se. I don't know. It was large. So, So this night I felt like I woke up, but I could only move my eyes. I couldn't move any other parts of my body. I couldn't talk, couldn't yell, nothing. So I look over at the entryway leading into the kitchen and I saw the Shadow Hat Man. He was standing there looking at me. At least I sensed that he was looking at me. I didn't personally see him have like eyes or anything at all. Next thing you know, he just switched like that and he's standing at the other entryway staring at me now. And then like once again, he just like vanished and reappeared at the head of the couch in between the couch and the fireplace. Once again, I felt like he was staring directly at me. Then one more time, he vanished and then he's standing behind the couch and I just feel like he is just straight up staring into my soul. Then I finally woke up for real and I was just literally like, what the fuck was that? Like, what just happened? What did I just experience? This was the very first time that I've had this happen. I also never really like felt like I don't think I really knew much about sleep paralysis and that. Because I never looked into it. I was probably in like high school when this happened. If not like middle school. So also like recently, this past summer when I was pregnant, I don't know if it matters if I was pregnant or not, but I feel like I need to note that. I was sleeping in my bedroom, like my husband was there, and I just kept feeling there was a male presence peeking into my room when I woke up. And like he would just like peek through the door, like his head would peek through, but I'd wake up and then I'd see like the shadow like wish out. And like I never felt like threatened or uncomfortable or scared with it. And then there was also this like one time that I felt like he was close to my bed, but when I opened my eyes, like he like ran out the room or like whooshed out the room because like it's not like running, like it was just like this figure like whooshing. Guys, if you don't know what it means by whooshing, I feel like this might be your first time here. If you're not new here, I feel like you understand that's how I describe weird things. So I never felt like scared by him. I was more just like annoyed, like, dude, like let me sleep. Like, what do you want? I haven't really experienced this again any time recently or anything. So could it have been the Hat Man? Is it a different shadow person? Is it the old hag, which we'll be talking about here in a second? Who knows? I don't know. I don't really want to know. I don't want it to come back, so I don't know if I'm like channeling some shit to come visit me tonight, but guess we will see. So let's go into some different things about sleep paralysis here, like just some little fun facts that I think that we all should know. So in Japan, it is called kinushibari. I did listen to that sound multiple times and wrote it out, so I think I did pretty good. I hope. Don't come at me. I try. And so it comes from the Buddhism term where it is believed that long ago that monks could use their magic to paralyze people. In Newfoundland, it's referred to the old hag, and this is what I mentioned above, or before. So if you Google this image, it comes up as well, just like the Shadow Man, and I'm going to Google it here for you guys real quick. Like I said, I also will post these on the Instagram as well. So like here, this first picture, it has like the picture, very first one, if you Google old hag shadow person, it has like the hat man and then like the old hag there that like you could just make out that like it's an old lady like in witchy, like I want to say like old school witchy vibes, like long gray hair and like the black like cloak with the hood. Like that's what you would see or picture with the old hag. So sleep deprivation is also a big cause of sleep paralysis and of like having these like sleep demons come visit you. If you suffer from narcolepsy, this is very, very, very common to experience the sleep paralysis. Like a lot of people I've read that like they've experienced it like multiple times a week. Some believe that like when you're just in that sleepy stage, it's just your brain playing tricks on you with like an object in the room and you're just like making it out to be more than what it really is. If you are awake and experience seeing the shadow people, because there have been accounts of people also seeing them when they are awake and not in bed, like going about to like their day-to-day task. It could be from a heightened emotions or just being alone, or like if you're in the dark, you could just be like scared in the dark and like your mind and your eyes are just playing tricks on you. So that being said, some people have said they've seen the shadow man in daytime as well, just like out of the corner of their eye real quick. Like, and I feel like I've experienced this lightly. You know, when you like think you see someone in the room when you're home alone, and then like the shadow's just like gone, like you turn and it's gone, and just like a whoosh again. That's how I'm going to describe this from now on, guys. A whoosh. And I've definitely had this happen in like different settings, like being alone or just like weird things or something catches my eye, but then nothing's there. I personally, if I'm at home, I just blame this on the dogs or the cat. It's my go-to thing. It's also my thing to look at the dogs and see how they're reacting to a situation. I'm like, oh, you guys are cool. You guys aren't staring or doing anything weird. Then we must be safe. Like even if there's a spirit or something here, it must not be like a triggering one, or it must not be like evil. I feel like that's cool. You can hang out here. Now, if they are freaking out, let's go get the sage. Let's do some burn some like sandalwood or whatever, you know, just got to cleanse out the house. But I've never had to reach that one. Hopefully I don't have to after doing this episode. I'm not calling on any like crazy spirits. Bring out the salt and everything else here. All right, so guys, if you're into this like legend, I say, or you believe it's true wherever you lay, but you want to like get more of this than just this 15-minute little episode, here's some things you can definitely check out. There is the 2015 documentary The Nightmare. It has interviews with people who have experienced this and with some of the reenactments of their stories. I bought that one on Amazon, I believe, or I rented it on Amazon. I don't remember how much I was. But I watched it like a year or two ago. It was interesting, like scary, perfect for this time of year. I liked it. Then there is The Shadow People, a 2013 horror film. The Haunting of Hill House, like I mentioned above, which can be on Netflix. It's that series. 100% definitely recommend watching that one. It's so good. And then there is The Hat Man, Documented Cases of Pure Evil. It's a 2019 movie, and that was on Netflix. I have not watched that one, but I think that I think this week's a good one. I'm gonna find out if it's still on Netflix. I think it's a good time I'm at this week to watch it. And then there is The Shadow Man, a 2015 film, or it's also, I guess, in Canada called The Man in the Shadows. So there are some recommendations for you guys to get your spook on the rest of this Halloween week. I hope this brought you the spook and chills you needed for Halloween week, guys. If you have ever experienced this while sleeping or awake, please let us hear your story. You can send them over to wtfdidreamlastnight@gmail.com. You can also send any of your dreams over to there. We love to hear them. We love to read them. If you enjoyed this episode, please give us a review over on Apple. It greatly helps us out. And don't forget, you can follow us on Instagram or Twitter. Support us over on Patreon, where you get to see this lovely video. And you can also follow us on TikTok, where I post normally at least once a day, so you can get your dream fix daily. All right, guys. So until next time, happy dreaming. Don't let the Hat Man get you. Bye.